Hi everyone! In this video I demonstrate some hands-on examples of where you can see everything that we've learned so far in the first 7 lessons of this music theory crash course. I will do my best to mention as many concepts as much terminology that we've learned so far as I possibly can, starting right now. My name is Olga, your online music teacher. If you want to learn music from zero, help your child learn, or you're a music teacher yourself, this channel is the right place for you. Basic to advanced topics covered, fresh content every week. So if you are new, consider subscribing. So here we are in music software called Sibelius. Did I mention that I love writing arrangements? This is where I spend a big portion of my life. I don't sell sheet music, so if you want it, you can just go ahead and download it through the link in the video description. And by the way, let me know what song or a piece you would like me to write arrangement on. Don't forget to specify the level of difficulty. Okay, let's get started. Here's the first variation. I'll try to be as detailed as possible. Okay, what do you see? Let's name every single element. The grand staff is treble and bass staffs joined with a line and a brace. Therefore, there are actually 2 lines of music. 1, 2, not 4. The time signature is 2, 4. The bottom number 4 stays for a quarter note. The top number tells us how many quarters each measure will fit, so we count like that. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. There is a tempo mark and it says 1/4 is equal to 100 beats per minute. This is what you do, and I'm going to show it to you on my phone. If you don't yet have an app, download Metronome. There are tons of them and the interface might be slightly different, so if you don't like the one you downloaded, delete it and get a different one. This is how my metronome looks like. I go there, enter 100 beats per minute, click play, and it ticks. This is going to be the tempo that this song is supposed to be played with. If you listen to my previous lessons of this music theory crash course, you know that when you play the piece for the first time, it is less likely you will play it at the tempo specified. But no worries, just set the metronome at a slower rate and practice one measure at a time. Okay, what else you see? I see a lot of curved lines. This kind is called a slur, and it means to smoothly connect these notes. Slurs often go over a phrase in a song or a melodic phrase in an instrumental piece. A phrase is like a sentence. Depending on the context, it is performed with certain tone or expression. Let's listen to this again. Can you agree with me that there are 2 phrases? The other type of a curved line is a tie. We use a tie where we need a longer sound. In 2/4 time signature, there are only 2 beats per measure. But what if I need 4 beats of uninterrupted sound? I then use 2 tied half notes. Here's the first one, and here's the second one. And they are tied. I also see some dynamic signs. MF stands for mezzo forte and means to play moderately loud. P stands for piano and means to play quiet or soft. F is forte and it means to play loud. P is pianissimo, very soft. Here is crescendo, when we gradually play louder until we see diminuendo, or decrescendo, and play gradually slower. The left hand here is just helping out we're supporting the main melody, which is in the right hand. Half note will be counted 1 and 2 and. A quarter will be counted 1 and. If there are 2 quarter notes in a measure, they are counted and clapped like this: 1 and 2 and. Eighth notes are beamed in groups of 2. In each of these measures with eighth notes, they fall on the second beat because the first one is already taken by quarter note. Eighth notes is the reason why we add and instead of just counting 1, 2, 3, 4. The second eighth in a group falls on and, so we count them like this: 2 and. The entire measure would sound 1 and 2 and. Again, 1 and 2 and. Let's count bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 8 on the first line and 8 on the second line. We will go in depth later on why the amount of bars is oftentimes quadratic, but just start noticing something special about how many bars a melodic phrase includes. I will clap and count the right hand part. Notice that I don't stop and don't slow down when I see a bar line. Bar lines are there only to define the structure. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2 and. Now let's play the whole piece, counting aloud. Let's play it with metronome. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2 and. This might seem like an unnecessary thing, but it is necessary. I encourage you to implement all those rhythm organization techniques so that the piece you are learning doesn't fall apart. Okay, in this second version, I decided to write it in 4/4 time signature. This is actually where it belongs, to a 4/4 time signature. So there is going to be 4 beats per measure. Instead of numerical tempo specification, we have an Italian term, andante moderato. Andante is a walking speed and moderato is a moderate speed. Andante moderato is somewhere in between. If you pay attention to the beat per minute specification, it gives you a pretty wide window. So in any way, if you want to be precise, listen to the original song if it's available. In this case, it is. There is exactly same melody, except last 2 measures. I implemented 2 endings so you can see how it can be used. You play the song until a repeat sign here, then repeat it from the beginning, and once you approach the first ending, skip it and jump to the second one without slowing down or stopping. Here are some crescendo and decrescendo, you know them. MP is mezzo piano, to play moderately soft. F is for forte, means to play loud, and MF is for mezzo forte, to play moderately loud. In the last 2 measures, there are some notes with dots below. It is staccato and it means to play sharply or detached. The last measure is visually very narrow. You might think it is shorter than the other measures, but it's not. Look closely. There is a whole note. A whole note lasts for 4 beats. There is one more symbol called fermata. My students say it looks like an I. Fermata allows you to hold a note as long as you like. but usually it is twice longer. If you notice, there are no curved lines, no slurs, but it still means to play legato. Here it says that in the beginning, and it just means to play the whole song legato. Although it is also assumed that whoever performs it can separate melodic phrases where it feels appropriate. Instead of just one whole note a measure, I decided to spice up the left-hand part by playing 8th notes and also 16th notes. Here are some 8th notes, and here are some 16th notes. We will learn how to count 16th notes in the future lessons. I will set up the metronome to approximately 100 beats per minute. I will clap every note that goes on the beat a little bit louder. Let's play the left hand part. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Now let's play the whole song with metronome. Here's the third version. Our time signature is still 4/4, but it is written as a letter C. C stands for common, and it means common time. As I mentioned before, 4/4 is the most common time signature in music. Not that this is beautiful, but I decided to include an intro here. Let's zoom in on it. There are quarter rests to ensure that there is no sound at those moments. There is also tenuto, that means to hold a note till the end. Towards the end, there will be one more rest, a half rest. There are a few accidentals, F sharp, F natural, and G flat. An accidental does not have an effect after a bar line anyways, but in this case the software is just reminding us to make sure we cancel the sharp. So I did not actually type in the natural sign, it automatically generated it. We start the song from the beginning and play the whole song until del segno al coda. Then we go back to segno, play until it says to coda, and then jump to where you see this sign, which means coda. An additional ending. Coda is only one measure in this case, and it includes 7 whole notes, but they are all aligned vertically. It means to play them at the same time. I hope you understand that this is not 7 multiplied by 4. You play all of them at once and count 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's play the whole piece with metronome. Let me know in the comments if I skipped anything, and also what you would like me to cover in the future lessons. This was lesson 8 in this music theory crash course. If you like this video, give it a like Share this video with your friends who can benefit from that as well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell sign for notifications. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee that YouTube will show you my videos. Your online music teacher is not simply a YouTube channel, but the community where your opinion matters. No matter how long ago I posted this video, you comment and I might make the next video on the topic of your choice. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video right here.